it's Blackmetalwerewolf making a brand new video for you this week. And today we are going to be discussing whether or not metalheads are antisocial. So I don't know about you guys, but ever since I started listening to metal, I have had the accusation that I am antisocial thrown at me more times than I can count. And the reason I am making this video is because I actually thought that that kind of phase has kind of passed in my life, seeing as I'm a fucking fully grown adult. But I actually had that term thrown at me again at work not too long ago, and it made me think, why do people associate metal with someone having antisocial behavior? So as I was mulling over this video idea, I started looking back in my life and thinking, when did really the accusations of me being antisocial really come about? Was it before starting listening to metal or afterwards? And the more I thought about it and kind of reflected on my life, the more I realized that it was definitely something that came after I started listening to metal and proclaiming my love for it and showing off with the band t-shirts and the whole look and all that kind of nonsense. Because before that, it was, oh, he's just a shy kid. Oh, he doesn't talk much. He's just kind of into weird things. But then, as I start, wearing all the black and all that stuff, then it becomes, oh, he's showing antisocial behavior. And that's really, I find that so interesting that someone will look at someone who's completely shy, just doesn't like talking that much, likes eating their lunch alone or after school or work or whatever, they just want to go home and watch TV or just unwind by themselves. They're shy, they're introverted, but once they start wearing the black and the t-shirt designs and all that, then it becomes antisocial. And I kind of think, is it just a me thing? But I actually remember that I have had people kind of contact me in the past with very similar stories about kind of getting harassed, like, oh, you're antisocial, you're this, you're that, while at school, at work. So I do believe that there is a connection between someone kind of being accused of being some sort of antisocial deviant simply because they listen to metal. From an outsider's perspective, I can kind of see where they're coming from. For example, if you're walking down a street in the middle of the night and you saw someone dressed to the nines in leather and spikes and monsters and zombies on a t-shirt, from an outsider of the metal community, that's something that might cause them to cross the street. But just as an insider, someone who is a metalhead, if I were to see someone walking down the street, the first thing I would do is want to see what's on their t-shirt, and if it's a band I like, and then strike up a conversation with them. Just from a metalhead's perspective, I don't see kind of dressing the way as a metalhead as someone trying to distance themselves from other people or from society in general. I see it as someone just declaring their love for a genre or a band, and almost as a beacon to say, hey, other members of this fandom, come speak to me. Because I love it. Like, if I'm out wearing a Slayer t-shirt and someone comes like, ah, fucking Slayer. Last summer, I fucking went to see Iron Maiden on their Legacy of the Beast tour, and the next day, in the town that I live in, they had Rib Fest, and I was wearing the t-shirt that I bought, and the amount of people who came up to me wanting to, like, oh, I was at that concert too, or, I fucking love Maiden. It was a social thing. I was declaring my love for it, and it was drawing other fans in to come and preach their love for it. So from an insider's perspective, to me, it's not antisocial at all. For me, it's just bringing people in, like, hey, I'm a fan of Maiden or Slayer or fucking whatever. So come talk to me. This is why I like it, you like it too. Let's be fucking friends. It doesn't always work out that way, but to me it's a beacon to draw other people in. But I suppose from an outsider's perspective, they see it as someone who's trying to push people away to live in their own little metal bubble. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure there are some people out there like that, but I think the percentage of people who are so deeply withdrawn and have such a hardcore hatred for society that they want to close themselves off, I think it's a relatively low percentage. Not to mention that if you want to be separated from society, why would you go out there declaring what you are? To me, antisocial behavior is when people either consciously or subconsciously do such erratic, strange, dark, deviant behavior that no one would possibly want to be around them. And I don't see someone fucking wearing a t-shirt as dark, disturbed, twisted, deviant behavior. And that's when I realized that clearly so many people have such a misunderstanding of what antisocial behavior actually is. You know, if you're in your lunchroom at work or at school in the cafeteria or whatever, and you just go and sit down by yourself to watch videos on your phone, read a magazine, read a book, or just to enjoy your lunch in silence, some people view that as someone who just wants to be antisocial. But really that person could just enjoy the silence. Maybe they're reading a good book and they just want to be left alone to enjoy it. So like behavior like that isn't antisocial. Antisocial behavior is, like I said, a very dark, deviant, dangerous, twisted behavior. We're talking assault, arson, rape, murder, things that are so dark and disturbing that everyone in society or people in general look upon that in shame and say we cannot tolerate that or be around that. If you've ever seen the TV show on A&E, Hoarders, hoarding is hardcore antisocial behavior because subconsciously these people know that no one wants to be in a fucking house loaded to the ceiling with garbage because they know that will keep people away. If they're doing it consciously or subconsciously, that is antisocial behavior. Wearing a fucking Slayer t-shirt or whatever and eating your lunch alone is not antisocial behavior. That is a very big misconception of what makes someone antisocial. So I think that's enough of my insane rambling for one video. Let's wrap it up so I can get your guys' opinion on all of this. What do you guys think? Is there a connection to someone exhibiting antisocial behavior and their love for metal? Do you think that the term antisocial is just overused and blown out of proportion? Please give me your stories, your opinions, anecdotes, anything you guys have to say about this subject. Leave me a comment below. I'd love to know what you guys have to say. And now, like my past videos, I'll either do an album warning or a recommendation, and today is another recommendation. The band is Helheim, the album is Rignir. A few months ago, I got a Helheim t-shirt in the Metalhead box, and I didn't want to be one of those people who wears a t-shirt of a band they don't listen to, so I went out and bought this off of Amazon, and I gotta tell ya, I loved every single second of it. I probably got this CD about a month ago, and since then, I probably listened to it 4 or 5 times, from beginning to end, just because it's that damn good. So much so that I want to go out and buy more of their music, be it on iTunes or if I can find more of their CDs, anything so I can find out more about Helheim and see what these guys are all about. So once again, the band is Helheim, the album is Rignir. Check it out, I think you guys will really enjoy it. So that's it for today's video. If you like what you saw, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment letting me know what you thought of today's video, checking out some of my past videos, and sharing them with a few of your friends while you're at it. If you want to keep up with me on a more daily basis, you can follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. I also have a P.O. box open. All of that info is down in the description. I also have a handful of my Halloween patches left for sale, so if you'd like to get your very own, you can click right over here. There's also a link down in the description. Overall, thank you very much for watching, guys, and don't forget to stay brutal.